Now that we know what each item inside the bag means, I want to ask you another question. And that question is going to be the subject of a sample essay that we're going to kind of write together, or at least I'm going to walk you through. The question is, what's the most important item in Grandpa's medicine bag? Now, if that's an essay prompt, you should immediately recognize, hey, that's an opinion. I could be right, I could be wrong. Actually, you probably can't be wrong. Every answer can be right as long as it's on target, but you have to support it appropriately. So we're going to use the RACES approach to answer this question. You've probably heard of ACEs before. We've added an R to it because it's really important to have you restate the question. So RACES, the R and the A both represent the same sentence, but we want you to restate the prompt as well as address the prompt. Then you're also going to cite your text evidence, and citing the text evidence incorporates using direct evidence from the text, whether that's a paraphrase or a quotation, but it also demands that you put a reference as to where you got that information, and that is typically going to be a paragraph number if you're using a single source. If you're using multiple sources, then you have to tell which source you got it from as well as the paragraph number. By the way, we're not going to put those in our paragraphs. We're going to put those, we're not going to write the paragraph numbers into sentences. We're going to just incorporate the paragraph number in parentheses at the end of our sentence before we put that final period. That's not telling what paragraph number doesn't have anything to do with the text itself. It has to do with how we are documenting it. So we don't put that into the sentences. Next, we have explaining how the evidence supports your answer, and then finally summarizing your response. We'll get to more details as we go down the road here. Okay, so when it comes to scoring your response, the R and the A are going to count for a point. I'm going to check for a topic sentence, and that topic sentence should not only restate the prompt, but it should also answer any question or address the topic of that prompt so that there's no doubt. That's your topic sentence. There's no doubt what you're talking about. Then I'm going to check with the C, with the citation. I'm going to check for a specific reference to the text. And that, like I said, can be in either a paraphrase form or in direct quotation, and it needs to be supported with a parenthetical citation. And parenthetical citation means you're telling me where it came from, and you're putting that in parentheses. That's what parenthetical means. That said, the C is actually worth 2 points out of the 5 for an essay, a written response like this. The E is for your explanation. I'm checking for a logical explanation. It needs to make sense. And the goal of the E is to explain why, or to show why your C, your citation, the evidence that you chose, supports the answer that you articulated in your topic sentence. And then when you get to the end, I'm going to check for a decent closing statement or summary. I'll have another video in a moment coming up that is one that will actually walk you through some good things and some bad things that you can do in your written response to help you score the best points.